they will send this one away. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And he'll make it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line. While we have a second here, let's peek back to the Super Bowl. The lowest scoring Super Bowl, Charles, in history, 13-3. And it took us 53 minutes to get our first touchdown of Super Bowl 53.
Can you believe they went into the half, 3-0 New England, Stephen Gostkowski with a field goal. Then they finally tie it up with Greg Zuerlein at the end of 3 quarters of the Rams knocking one through the post. The Patriots, the 3rd team to win the year after losing the Super Bowl, the first since the Dolphins in 1972.
And, of course, the big number now for New England, 6 titles, and they are tied with the Steelers for the most ever. The drive starting with a first down, 11 yards on that pickup. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. Gurley again here on 1st down. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. It'll be a loss of 1, and that'll bring up a 2nd and 11. 2 minutes to go here in the first half. We're back to the City of Angels after this timeout. Now on 2nd down, this is Gurley. And he'll get this only up to about the 35.
Shoot. Hello, this Cal.
Hey, Cam, it's Chris on Penske 1.
What's going on?
Not too much, hey, Cam. I wonder if you can help me. I got a guy on the phone that he has 2 reservations that were put in for your 7190-56 agent.
Uh-huh.
And there's no trucks there.
At which location?
Dash 56, 7190-56.
Okay.
Give him 2 on that run, and they're still left looking at a 3rd and about 9 to go. Now the Steelers use the first of their
26-foot trucks.
Okay. So that's a Q Smart Bozier.
Timeouts. So as they take it over, we step aside. And on 3rd down, a nickel formation here defensively.
Value three.
Goff turns and gives to Gurley. He's got the first down and more past midfield. The 20, 10, touchdown, LA! Todd Gurley with his 2nd touchdown here in this first half. And the Rams are in for 6. And always a good first half when you can hit pay dirt twice.
And it never hurts to have that good feeling as the game moves on. Just think about halftime. If that's all he gets, he'll just sit there at the half and think, all right, 2 already. I can get some more. I can get some more. And he'll be encouraging his offensive line to create some space.
And this will be caught as they convert here for 2. So they go with a pass, and it works there on the 2-point try. Charles, just in general, what are your thoughts passing versus running on 2-point conversion? Situational?
It is situational, and you have to know your team. What is your strength? Because so many people think you have to throw the ball in a 2-point conversion, but the stats will tell you that running it is about as proficient. So know your team and go to your strength.
And he'll wind up getting an extra couple yards here for his trouble as he'll bring this one out to the 27. Well, CD, the NFL held its awards show the night before the Super Bowl, and as you and I had speculated the last few weeks, Patrick Mahomes, MVP, Offensive Player of the Year, and for the second straight season, how about Aaron Donald, Defensive Player of the Year?
Yeah, Donald was expected. We knew that was going to happen. Mahomes, we thought would happen. There was that school of thought that maybe Drew Brees might walk away with the MVP since he's never won one, but Mahomes a deserving winner. How about the Offensive Rookie of the Year? Saquon Barkley with the Giants. Many thought it might be Baker Mayfield.
In the air, and now it's intercepted. Picked up by John Johnson. And his guys are going to get the football at their own 47-yard line. So a good starting field position for him here as they come up 1st and 10. After the interception, here's Goff. It's hauled in by Brandon Cooks. And he's able to get this one down to the 40-yard line. Give him 13 yards on the opening play of the drive and also give him a first. On first down, it's Gurley. Runs through the contact. And able to push his way forward here for a good little gain. Bud Dupree, a former first-round pick, in on the stop.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run. Sets up a very manageable second down. A very solid gain on that play.
The Rams going to go ahead and use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop the clock with 26 seconds to go until halftime. They'll try and pick up the first with Gurley. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. And now we won't see a play on first down. We're going to get a timeout instead, as the clock will stop with 21 seconds to go here in the first half. So on the heels of the run by Todd Gurley, another 1st and 10. Now Goff will hand this one to Gurley. And he'll at least get him inside the red zone here, down to about the 19. Now before this second down play, we'll get whistles and a timeout, as they'll stop it with 17 seconds to go in this first half of action. They'll try the air now with Goff. Into heavy traffic, and it's entered. And I do believe this is going to wind up a safety. It is. It's a safety. How about that for a wacky play? Wow, what a disaster. You talk about a guy making a good play on the interception and then just trying to be too cute on the return.
It almost felt like his own gyroscope really got out of whack, didn't it? Going backwards into your own end zone after such a great play. totally disoriented and gave up 2 points for his team.
The football going back over to the Rams here, and you think back to that Super Bowl. So they average almost 33 points a game during the regular season. Then they get into the Super Bowl in the first half, 6 drives, 6 punts, and, of course, they only muster 3 points all game long.
The punter, Johnny Hekker, got quite the workout, didn't he? He ended up going 8 straight drives where he ran on the field and punted the football before a third-quarter field goal on drive number 9. There were times during the season he didn't punt it 8 times in a 3-game span. So that was very unusual. But let's look at the positives for them. They were 4-12 in 2016 with the Rams. They were in the Super Bowl after the 2018 season. That's pretty significant.
Yeah, and they'll get Cooper Kupp back next year as well and have a lot of the pieces back to make another run. So we come upon halftime here in Southern California with the Rams on top. The Rams going to get the football first here, and they look to build on their lead as the second half gets started. A very interesting call and one that backfires. I know they're losing, Charles, but boy, to start the second half with the onside kick, risky.
Felt like a sense of urgency from their side, coupled with, you and I both know the special teams coordinators. They sell their key plays each and every week to the head coach, don't they? And I'll guarantee he's been selling this one. We can get it, coach, we can get it. And that came together with that sense of urgency you talked about.
Here we go. Like 20. 36, 32 for 66.
The third quarter starts with a run by Gurley. And he's going to get this down near the 30-yard line. They give him 13 yards there on the play and a fresh set of downs.
Now, this is an example of breaking down a defense because on a lot of these runs, he's getting past the point of attack, and guess what he's doing? Forcing the secondary guys to have to make a lot of tackles.
It really don't matter.
Right back to him on first down. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. He goes for 18 there as the drive will continue.
They're trying to show that they can run the ball, protect this lead, give it to the backs, play a little bit of keep away.
Guaranteed.
And that's probably a good philosophy at this point, going to make that defense stand up and stop them. Back-to-back good plays, have them on the move on first down.
Oh, he's killing the clock.
They'll run it now out of the gun. They'll get this down inside the 10 for a pickup of about 3.
Third quarter and you've got the lead. You're not ready to go into that 4-minute offense to close the game out, but a running game can really benefit your team right now.
Here we go. Ric Flair.
Just because you're talking trash.
Back to the workhorse today. It's Gurley. And he'll get
got
into
by.
the end zone. Touchdown, Rams. Todd Gurley. A 9-yard touchdown.
You just talking because you got momentum.
And the Rams add on to their lead. Always important to get the first score of the second half.
You ain't doing
no
but talking.
Pull away a little bit and get some breathing room going.
And now we find out about the fortitude of the group that's behind, because they were
please, you scared. You killing the clock.
More, right? Maybe they get the first score.
Scared.
That doesn't happen.
Don't hear that
It
bullshit.
looks almost insurmountable, but it's not. Let's see how hard they play the rest of the game.
They'll try and run it with Gurley. And he is into the end zone again as he scores both the touchdown and the 2-point conversion to extend this lead.
Man, keep capping. That's all you doing. All you doing is capping. Capping.
Zerline out now to kick this one away.
Killing the clock and capping.
That's fielded in the end zone. Nice little juke. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. Time for the Steelers offense now to get set for their first possession of half number 2.
Bitch, you don't stop me.
Game, a chance for the offense, though, to put something on the board, get some
pull out your
momentum
arsenal.
Try and get things kick-started for them. And you know at the half, they discussed how they were going to get that done. This is where scripting comes into play a lot of the time.
How many plays do you script coming out of the second?
Most of the time in the first half, you're scripting 12 to 16. I think in the second half, you're really scripting more like 8 to 10. Kind of a starter or an opener, whatever terminology they use. Just something to get you off to a quick start.
Now Roethlisberger to throw on second down. And he knocks Knocks the
Fake.
ball away, and it falls incomplete. Juju Smith-Schuster, the
Man
intended
to man,
receiver
I'm gonna
that
kill you
time.
every time.
And it's third down. I know he wants to get his team back in the game, but a 50-50 ball right there that maybe was a little questionable.
Now you on the
He's
zone.
pretty lucky to get that one back. I think that sometimes these quarterbacks play with a lot of confidence that borders on arrogance, and that can put your team in some Dutch.
Yeah, especially maybe
Yeah, he's holding the ball, killing the clock.
The interception he had that ended their last drive. A good pick up there, 26 yards. They'll throw on first down with Roethlisberger. This is Bell on the dump off.
Garbage though.
Be brought down a little shy of the 35
At the beginning
7
of the
yards
fucking
on the play,
half, he
and
killing
it'll
the
be a
clock.
second down.
Everyone's
You
got
know
to be able
this
to catch
nigga's
the football. Doesn't matter what position you play, but if you're on offense, be aware a ball may come your way.
Now it's Roethlisberger. And that one falls incomplete. A 50-50 ball. A little dangerous. Could have been picked. Now it's third down.
Niggas ain't gonna pick shit.
My man's getting a little loose with the football there, right? Interception before, almost had one here. He's got to start taking better care of it.
Yeah, really should have been back-to-back drives with interceptions. He's lucky there.
Take 2 of them.
Roethlisberger now to throw on third down. And he's going to get it down to the 33-yard line here. They stop him for only 3 that time, and that'll bring up fourth down.
Get there. You got to spin. 4 down. Focus.
Fourth down. Here's Roethlisberger.
Dang, he
And
was
goes
open.
on the pressure from the Rams defense. Aaron Donald in there to make the sack.
Quiet,
He
dog.
buries him for a loss of 10. Goff will lead the Rams up here first and 10 at their own 43. They'll try and start the drive with Gurley.
Come on with it, homie.
It's a loss
There
of
go
a
one.
yard there, and now
There go
second
one.
down.
Come on
Oftentimes
with
when
it.
a guy has a game like this, he's
There
going
go
to take his
one.
offensive line out to dinner afterwards.
Gotta throw the ball,
But after a
nigga.
play like that, he may tell them, instead of getting the steaks, guys, we might have to go for the hot dogs.
Another carry now for Gurley.
Oh, that's
And
bullshit.
taking it across midfield and inside the 45.
The fuck is that?
17
Single back?
yards on the
Okay.
pick up there. The drive will continue. It's a first down. Now the Steelers put a stop to the action with a timeout defensively. And as the two teams talk it over on their respective sidelines, we take a break.
Blah, blah.
Listen.
Hello?
On the handoff, it's Gurley.
Huh?
And he'll go down, and that will do it for the third quarter of action. Back now in
where they
Los
gonna go?
Angeles. It's the Rams out in front here. They've got control of the football as well as we get set for the fourth
You can get
quarter.
it. Whenever you want. They're here, ready. Just say when you come to get them. See whatever I got them. All right.
Here comes a 20th carry for Gurley. Might have gotten this one down to the 28, and that's all. Give the tackle there to Morgan Burnett. Run blitz there defensively, something we might see more of here in the fourth quarter.
I think we'll see a lot of it, and the difference between that and a pass blitz, you're just trying to get to the quarterback. You're trying to scheme someone open who will get to the QB and make sure he gets on the ground. In a run blitz, you're actually trying to cover up gaps, trying to cover up holes so they can't run the football.
And he's able to get most of what he needed on the carry there. 7 yards on the gain, and it's 3rd and 2 now. Now a handoff for Gurley. And he will have the first down across the 20 to the 19-yard line. 3 yards there, good enough to keep the drive moving.
Brandon, when a defense just simply can't get off the field on 3rd down, and we all know how important that down is for both sides of the ball, you often feel like you're just a step behind whatever they're doing offensively.
And one of the differences in this game, no doubt, 3rd down conversion, and that is going to be a story they'll talk about after this one. And he'll take this one down near the 15. Give him 3 on first down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7. Coming up to the line, and they will need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Now Gurley, handoff left. He went backwards 7 yards, setting up a tough 3rd down.
Well, so much for all the time that you spend in practice, because for offensive linemen and running backs to get in sync, that requires a ton of practice time, a ton of watching tape together, a ton of really getting to where you're thinking with one mind on every single play that's called, every single run, because you want to know how your guy's going to block it. They want to know how he's going to run it, what kind of cuts he's going to make, and it's really anticipatory. And when you're really locked in together.
And this is caught. He's got it. Touchdown, L.A. Robert Woods, a 22-yard touchdown grab. And the Rams add on to their lead. They were still throwing with a comfortable lead here late, and now that lead even more comfortable.
And your first thought is there bad blood that went into this one ahead of time, that maybe they're seeking some revenge or they just don't like them? But the other thing that always hits me is, are they worried about playoff positioning, right? Are they worried about, do you need enough points in case there's a tiebreaker that comes into play later?
Zerline out now to kick this one away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he'll bring it a few past the 20 to the 23-yard line. Time for a break. We'll come back and wrap up garbage time after this.
Let's go! Snickers, got spin.
On first down, it's Roethlisberger. Oh, he dropped it. And that's pretty indicative of the way this one's gone. Another wayward pass. You know, things started out poorly in this game, and to be frank, they just really haven't gotten much better.
And all that does is embolden the secondary. They feel good about what they're doing.
And Big Ben intercepted a 3rd time. Picked off by Nikhil. And he will score. Touchdown, LA. That's the story of the game. They've been suffocating all game long on defense. They were suffocating there again in a big way.
And they've done it not just by out-athleting them, which is often the case, but by being able to adjust to anything they tried to throw at them and beating them to the punch each and every time. This was a defense that was well prepared.
Zerline good with a PAT, and the lead will swell by 1 more. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6, and now the kick is away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he'll take it back to about the 19-yard line. The Steelers' offense now, they head back onto the field. They've lost this one. Their offense has struggled. Do they try to put together something here at the end just to take into next week?
Yeah, sometimes teams want to do that, and coaches want to. I remember one time I was on a team, and we were losing late in the game like this, and you knew it was lost. It was over, right? And the coach called a running play.
Well, this is taken in. It's complete. And they nearly get this all the way to midfield. Mark him down at the 49. Give him 30 yards there.
Huh? Yeah. All right.
On 1st and 10, it's Roethlisberger. Open man right side is Smith-Schuster, complete. And he'll go down shy of the 40 at the 41. Give him 9 there on the first down completion.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch.
And he's across for the touchdown. Too little, too late, but he does get in for 6.
No wonder you're grinning. You just beat me in our fantasy league.
Indeed I did, my good man.
That catch was simply spectacular. These guys are athletic marvels nowadays, these receivers, the way they go up and get the football, and to one-hand catch it the way they do, they really work at their game.
Oswell good with the extra point, and that will shave 1 more off this lead. Now the Steelers going to use their 3rd and final timeout.
Hey, boy, you look, I had to go take a work call, sir.
To go in the game. So it would no doubt be a miracle comeback from here, but let's see what they can do starting with the onside kick. And the hands team for the Rams able to secure the football. Fourth quarter, they felt like they needed the football back.
Yeah, I had to go tell you, see, it was a little difference in the game play. The person playing the game, that wasn't me. See, I was on your neck. My job called me.
The team expecting it, they do actually recover the ball, which
Kill
is
clock
what
all
we
you
saw
want
here.
to. I was on his neck. All that running.
More of a anecdotal type of a number, kind of like when the coaches tell us, well, when you score on special teams, 93% of the time you win the game. I'm still waiting to see that number is empirical.
Now it's Gurley.
Oh, I gotta stop all that.
For one of the few times
See what I'm saying?
this run's not
See, you playing a totally different person, dog. You got that one little run on me. Well, I messed up on the fourth down. I was finna shut you down.
I don't understand either why you would take any sort of a chance. We've seen it happen in the game of football. Doesn't matter whether you've watched high school, college, or the NFL. Some people get a little greedy.
You think you're going, sir?
And it can backfire on them.
Oh, they played me. You got the momentum, that's why. No, he got the momentum. Look, you got the momentum. And then let me see who I got in this.
Continue to pour it on. And that rushing touchdown is fourth, puts him just one shy of the NFL record in a single game.
You lucky, dog. I had to leave. I was on it. He got that one run on me. The game over with. What you mean? Like you said, the nigga already had the moment. They gonna give him that. And did one on me. Now he run more than two because he said he almost got the NFL record. I go and beg it. They all for me. My diamonds, they all look at. I go to bed on bed. I got the demon on flex. I got it in the back. Haters, they talk the chat. They step on the rock, but man. I'm a cave back, 400K. I found out where you lay at. I got the lurking and they hate cats. I can stay fat. I got the block and they screaming, they know what banks at. I got the work on the avenue, they know what tanks at. I got the live in the mansion, they know what that. I got some that's up in the Jordan, they know what that. I came on top of the building, yeah, man. We had a plan. We came on top of the building, yeah, man. We never ran. Down there, thought that I had a fan. Thought, hey, any 10 o'clock, got a flight out, yeah, I'm going back out to Japan. I got 2 Billy truck and a bitch door with it. Bruce Wayne, I'm Batman. Batman, I'm best man. I got my best man. I go to hotels when I step out, yeah, your boy got a doorman. I go to nightclubs with a... Yeah, they call me the madman. I ain't no madman. I just go crazy, man. Ball hard, can't face, man. Choppers, rip wasteland. This what happen when you give it a taste life, then you give it a wasteland. This what happen when you give it a fake life, and then the ape man. I live with birds come in. Sounds like I see you in there. Hey, I'm on your turf again. This, that, full of back. I got a girl, Brett. She go to battle. I live with birds come in. Sounds like I see you in there. Hey, I'm on your turf again. This, that, full of back.
The NFL on EA Sports is in the Steel City at Heinz Field in Pittsburgh, PA. They love the black and gold here in the Steel City, and a few moments ago, their Steelers emerged from the Heinz Field tunnel. They're set, we're set, as the Steelers are ready to do battle with Dak Prescott and the Dallas Cowboys. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. Now Roethlisberger on first down. And he's got his man, the tight end, McDonald. And they work this well upfield across the 45. And a nice gain at 21 yards. From the gun, it's Roethlisberger. And the Cowboys' pressure gets there this time for the sack. Randy Gregory in there to bury him for a loss of 11.
Snickers, 66.
On second down, Roethlisberger. They'll find Juju Smith-Schuster. And he'll go down right around the 47 this time. It's a pickup of 12, and that'll set up a third down.
You can see the time and effort and thought that they put into their passing game because it was evident right there. It looks like a simple pitch and catch, but you and I both know that they have planned for this and worked hard to make it happen.
On third down, Roethlisberger. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Anthony Brown. And he'll take it across midfield and down to the 48-yard line.
Well, the timing is everything on a route like this. He tried to drive that football into a tight spot. And if you're a little early or a little late, chances are there's going to be someone there. And sure enough, this one's going the other way.
Now the first carry for Ezekiel Elliott. And he's going to fight his way forward here for a modest gain. And give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6. Elliott, the leading rusher for the second time in his 3 NFL seasons. 1,434 yards, more than 100 better than second-place Saquon Barkley.
And the offense runs through Ezekiel Elliott in Dallas. He makes them go. And how about how he added to his pass catching this year? His numbers jumped up in a big way. So when Dak Prescott didn't have something downfield, he just dumped it out.
And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down.
2 plays so far, a run and a pass attempt, and both have gone backwards.
Probably not how they drew that up.
Not at all.
Looking for a better play coming up on third. They'll need a big play here, will Dak and the Cowboys after the sack. It's 3rd and long. Prescott now from the 50. And that's caught by Beasley. They'll get this one down near the 20-yard line, just shy of the 20. A big 30-yard play on third. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll at least get him inside the red zone here, down to about the 19. Tackle made there by Cody Sensabaugh.
But that call makes sense because they've been throwing it well on this drive, and once again they show passing formation, showing the shotgun. Then they ran out of it. That's a nice play by them defensively, though, to hold it to a short gain.
Prescott now on second down. And he overshot him there. It's out of bounds, incomplete. He was looking to get it to Allen Hurns that time. And it'll bring up third down.
Well, they're slinging it, and then there's one you got to put a timer on, huh? I mean, that one came in hot.
That came in hot, but overthrown out of his reach and incomplete. On third down, it's Prescott. And this is caught at the 8th. And he is into the end zone for a Cowboy touchdown. Ezekiel Elliott from 19 yards away. And the Cowboys have taken the early lead. No problem there on the extra point. And that makes the score 7-0.
Time for you to get it. You made some
Set now
slop.
to kick this one away, and off it goes. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. Before this next drive gets going, we need to discuss the Hall of Fame inductees. There will be 8 in the 2019 class. We got Champ Bailey, Tony Gonzalez, Ty Law. Who else am I forgetting in there?
Well, how about a big guy, a lineman, Kevin Mawai, who was absolutely terrific in his career. How about Ed Reed with the Baltimore Ravens and the great job he did in the secondary there. Pat Bowlen, Gil Brandt as contributors, the owner of the Broncos and the longtime scout with the Cowboys. And I love the senior committee bringing in Johnny Robinson, the safety with Kansas City.
Tony Gonzalez was a first ballot guy. And, of course, when I hear Ty Law's name, you think, wow, he started this great Patriots dynasty that we're still living in.
You're exactly right. And the Patriots, with all of their championships, probably underrepresented in the Hall of Fame.
From the shotgun, it's Roethlisberger. To the sideline, wow, what a catch. Doesn't get a lot out of it, but he is able to keep the feet in bounds. It's a gain of 5, and it'll make it 2nd down.
Here we go. Let's go. Focus, focus. Snickers, you gotta spin. Double bump. Screen. 44. 8.
Out of the gun, it's Roethlisberger. And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. Give him 10 yards there as this offense is on a roll. This drive continues to plunge forward. Throwing now, Roethlisberger on 1st down. Over the middle here to Brown. And they'll get this one to about the 20-yard line. Roethlisberger now rebounding nicely after the interception. He's hit 4 straight to start the drive. It's 1st down. Inside the red zone here. They'll look to throw. And did he get the feet down? No. They'll say he did not. It's incomplete. Vance McDonald, the tight end, was the target. And it's 2nd down.
Boy, you will not see a quarterback of his caliber miss on one like that very often. I mean, there it is, wide open, got the shot, and he misfires.
We talk about, boy, he'll want that one back all the time. He definitely wants that one back. 2nd and 10. It's Roethlisberger once more. The man over the left side is Brown. And he'll go down here at the 12-yard line. 8 yards on the completion, but now they face 3rd down.
Snickers, 66. Snickers, you gotta spin. Whoa! James. Eight. Beat these two. Hey!
3rd and 2. Now Roethlisberger. And this is going to be incomplete.
Didn't have a receiver open downfield, and as it turned out, couldn't even find his outlet man because of the coverage. It was way too tight, unable to find anyone open.
So on 4th down, the Steelers call on the number of Chris Boswell for the field goal try. And Boswell's kick is good. And they are on the board, but still trailing. It's 7-3. So they put together a good little drive there, but ultimately stalling out in the red zone.
Yeah, I know a lot of people look at it as a little bit of a negative. They didn't get 6 points out of it, right? Didn't get the touchdown. But that's actually okay. They got 3 points, able to give their defense a little bit of rest, let them settle down over there. So all in all, to me, that's a good drive.
Well, Charles, as the Cowboys take over here, what do you think of the season that Dallas had? Yes, they get in the playoffs, but that's now 6 straight divisional round games that they've lost.
And that doesn't make you feel great as an organization. But think about this season. They started 3-5, ended up winning their division. Questions about their head coach Jason Garrett's future. They finished 7-1 to claim that 3rd NFC East title in 5 years. And then they added a playoff win over Seattle as well. So I think the future looks good for Dallas. I also like what they're building in terms of Dak Prescott, Ezekiel Elliott on offense. But how about on defense? They got 2 of the better young linebackers in the league, in Jalen Smith and Leighton Vander Esch. Build around them and watch for the Cowboys to be in the mix in years to come.
Cooper's first catch, and good for a first down. Change of scenery turned out to be really good this year for Cooper and the Cowboys. 9 games with them, over 700 yards, including that 217-yard, 3-score performance against the Eagles.
And remember, that last score was in overtime to give Dallas a huge win in the NFC East and help propel them to a division title. 1,005 yards combined between Oakland and Dallas. The third time he's gone over 1,000 in his 4 seasons in the NFL.
And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down.
Perfectly designed blitz right there. They took that one from the grease board to the field because they were able to free up their linebacker to get into the backfield and spill the play.
Second down, Prescott. And incomplete there. A nice hit. Jars the ball free and brings up third down. Well, those two have hooked up for a touchdown once already in this game, that time unable to find the completion.
Yeah, it just appeared they wanted to get him out into open space and try and get him the football. As you mentioned, unable to connect.
An incomplete pass on second down. It muddles things a little bit here. This is 3rd and 10. From the shotgun, it's Prescott being chased out left. And he took the contact as he was throwing it, and the ball drops incomplete.
Not only was the call spot on, how about the execution of that defense right there? The zone was absolutely locked up tight. He was trying to force it in there on third down.
But if there's a time to force it, he felt like he needed to make a play, right?
Yeah, exactly right. Third down, you got to try and find something. There's nothing available there for him.
And that'll hit at the 5 and go into the end zone for a touchback. The Steelers offense now, they get ready to head back on the field. And last time they got 3 points, but it was a chip shot field goal. And when you go to the sideline after a chip shot field goal, maybe the offense not too happy.
It's a balancing act, isn't it? Because you're exactly right. They're none too pleased that they didn't punch it in for 6 points. But they also have to remember they did put points on the board.
3 points is 3 points.
And in this league, you take points when you can get them. Not easily done.
To throw here, Roethlisberger. And McDonald here over the middle. And up to the 35 before they're able to knock him down. They may want to go back to that one. First play of the drive, good for 15 and a first down.
Snickers, 66.
Roethlisberger will throw. Got his man complete over the middle. That's Brown. Now he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. So a minute 55 to go in the first half. Back to Heinz Field after this. So the big play changes the complexion of things. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the 30. They'll throw on first down with Roethlisberger. Over the middle, hauled in by Smith-Schuster. And they'll be inside the 25 now at the 24. Give him 9 there on the first down completion.
Nothing fancy on first down, but a very consistent type of a play. Hit that slant. A lot of people call it an extension of the running game, and it can be if that pass is completed, because you hit a guy on the run like that, he often can go for big yardage.
Sets him up nicely for second down, staying ahead of schedule. They tried the throw on second down, unsuccessful. Now it's 3rd and 1. To throw again is Roethlisberger. Open man, Smith-Schuster, it's complete. And he's going to have a first down here as he gets this one to the 17-yard line. 7 yards there, good enough to move the sticks.
Snickers, 66. Quarter. 8.
From the red zone now, here's Roethlisberger on first down. Throw left side, complete to Smith-Schuster. And they'll bring him down at the 13-yard line. That throw good for 4. It's second down.
In so many ways, throwing the hitch route is actually one of the safer things an offense can do. Get the ball out to the receiver as fast as possible, hope he's got man-to-man coverage, and hope that his athleticism wins on the perimeter.
Again, it's Roethlisberger. And he's got it. And he's going to take it in for a Steeler touchdown. Vance McDonald from 13 yards out. And the Steelers are able to strike for 6.
And while that touchdown does not give them an insurmountable lead, it's still a lead, and that always feels good to a team.
They'd love to take that into the lockers, but a little time left on that clock, so some work to do.
I like that. I like how you're guarding against a letdown there.
They're looking forward.
Coaching them up from right up here in the booth.
Extra point put through by Boswell. And the lead is now 10-7. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. And out now come the Cowboys. And what do you think goes on here in this situation? If you got the football, you're trailing, you're back in your own territory with just a little time. Do you try something?
You're thinking about jump-starting your team, right? You just mentioned it. They're down. They're trying to get back into the game. But you got to figure if something goes wrong, you may have put yourself in a spot where you may not be able to come back in the second half. Managing risk is a big decision here.
And he'll fight forward to about the 27-yard line. Stephon Tuitt, the one that got him down. Now the Cowboys going to burn the first of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 35 seconds to go in quarter number 2. They'll break the huddle, come up on 2nd and 8 at the 27-yard line. A second down throw for Prescott. And this one hauled in by Tavon Austin. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. He's got his first catch here before halftime, and it goes for a first down. First down, Prescott. He hits Beasley right side. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. 17 more yards on that one as they keep the drive rolling. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. On 1st and 10, Prescott. And it pops free. The collision there jarred the ball loose and brings up 2nd down. They work again from the 38 on 2nd and 10. Throwing again, Prescott on 2nd and 10. Throwing the out route incomplete. It's Austin. And this offense going to elect to burn a timeout with 5 seconds remaining in quarter number 2. So on 3rd down, the field goal unit will come out as they'll try to get 3 before half. From the left hash, it's an even 50-yard attempt. And this one is right down the middle. And that will knock things up here late in the first half. So they boot it through, and now we're all square after 2 quarters of play.
And what's that great term you taught me? They're level, right? They got back to level. Now they get to go back in the locker room, regroup, and start over in the second half.
Due to time constraints, we move you forward in today's broadcast to the beginning of the 3rd quarter. And we welcome you back now. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin, getting set for quarter number 3 here. Fielded about a yard deep. And this return net's positive as he gets past the 25 and up to the 27-yard line. Out come the Cowboys now as they'll go on offense first here in this 3rd quarter. They have a chance to break our tie here as we get a look at the first drive of quarter 3.
And it's such a tone setter, isn't it? Because both sides trying to seize momentum to begin the half. What do they have dialed up that'll give them an advantage to move the ball downfield?
Let's find out what they have dialed up. So Prescott and the Cowboys now with a 1st and 10 at their own 27. Out of the gun, here's Prescott. Then he finds Beasley, complete. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. A gain of 11 to kick off the drive, and it's a quick first down.
As long as you go through your proper reads and progressions, the drag route can be one of those old reliable plays because usually it's good for a good chunk of yardage as we just saw there.
And those guys like it, right? They can get the ball with a full head of steam.
Especially against man coverage, because man coverage, they're typically running away from someone and not worried about traffic coming out on the other end.
Prescott on 1st down. Austin's got it left side. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. And that one results in 35 yards.
Well, partner, I'm not sure how this drive's going to end, but how about the way they flip field position there? A nice attacking play that picked up a heck of a chunk of yardage.
Going to throw deep for the end, and that is caught.
You seeing that
now? Cowboys. Tavon Austin, 27 yards, and the Cowboys have broken the tie. And, partner, they found a gap there on the post pattern, and it was in the middle third of the field.
And that's really difficult to do because ordinarily the safeties are back there to prevent that happening. But they found the opening and exploited it.
The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. Time for the Steelers offense now to get set for their first possession of half number 2. They trail offense, first time to touch the ball in quarter 3, and we'll see what they can do.
And I can't wait to see what they have planned because some teams script to start a half. Other teams just go, okay, these are the sequence of plays we want to run. These things worked well for us. And sometimes they throw in that big chunk play right away.
Shocker.
Try and get after them early and try and create a big play to give themselves some momentum.
See what they have up their sleeve.
You look good.
They snap it at 1. Now it's Roethlisberger. That'll be taken in there by James Washington. And he takes this up to the 40-yard line before being corralled. 15 yards is the pickup there, and the drive starting very nicely. First down. So quickly all the way up at the 40-yard line. Now Roethlisberger on first down. And he will go down. A Cowboys sack.
I think normally we would talk about this more with basketball players and football players, but let's adopt it in this case. He's a stat sheet stuffer.
Had the interception earlier, now a sack. What, he just needs a touchdown for the trifecta.
That's about all he needs, and he's going to go for it.
He's going deep for Brown. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off right around the 43. And he'll take it across midfield and down to the 48-yard line.
The good old cover 3 defense, partner. When you start playing football as a safety, that's the first thing you're taught. Middle of the field, be as deep as the deepest receiver in any zone, and break on the football when it's thrown and pick it off, just as we saw there.
Following the interception, here's Prescott. A dump off to Elliott. And this time he's able to take it down to the 42. 6 yards on the pickup, and it'll make it a second down.
So many times you hear today's NFL described as a space game. Get your best players into space with the football in their hands. That's why sometimes you just swing it out to your runner, get him out in the flat, and let him have a chance to make people miss an open field.
The second down attempt there knocked down as it leaves the quarterback's hand, and it's incomplete. The Cowboys on third down. They've been okay, 2 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 4. Prescott from the gun. He's going to launch this thing way downfield. And incomplete. He can't hang on. Would have been a nice catch. Instead, it brings up a 4th down.
Well, that certainly looked like something that they discussed all week in practice getting ready for this one. Take the big shot right out of the gate. At worst, you'll open up the defense a little bit, loosen them up, have them back on their heels.
Feeling like they're not quite in field goal range yet. They're going to go for it on 4th. And again, it's Prescott. And this is caught. Amari Cooper. And he gets it inside the 35 and just shy of the 30. A gutsy call. Turns out to be a good one, though. First down on a pickup of 11. A first down throw for Prescott. Escaping the pressure right. Can't get away, and he's taken down. T.J. Watt able to run him down for a loss of a yard.
No doubt that's a very good play defensively right there, because you've always got to be aware that he can take off and make a big play with his legs. How about the way they were able to contain him? That also tells me the coverage was excellent downfield.
After the sack, here's 2nd and 11. They'll run it now out of the gun. And some room to run now. And they'll work it inside the 15-yard line before it's all said and done. They got 18 yards out of that one, and it gets them a new set of downs. So after a good run by Zeke, another 1st and 10. They keep on the ground with Elliott. No dice this go around. He's hit behind the line and taken down. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be 2nd down. On 2nd down, Elliott. And he'll be brought down on what's going to turn out to be the final play. The Cowboys on 3rd down. They've hit 2 for 4 thus far. This is 3rd and 8. On the counter, Elliott. And he's going to be brought down just shy of the 5 at the 6. It's a 7-yard run, but it does bring up 4th down.
Well, partner, I know this type of running back. I mean, this size, this intensity usually gets better as the game goes on. I can just tell you from experience, the first few quarters, oh, you're eager. You come running up there, I'm going to tackle this guy. By the 4th quarter, you're coming up and thinking about it.
And D-line wearing down 4th quarter. Yeah, that's not a guy they want to see consistently. So his 2nd field goal of the game, and that could turn out to be the big one.
Yeah, you have to make them score twice to beat you, and that's not impossible. But here in the 4th quarter, puts their backs clearly against the wall.
On the return, it's Juju Smith-Schuster. And not a bad return. Here he gets it out to the 25-yard line. And Pittsburgh getting set to take the field. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, ah.
Hello? Hey. Yeah, I already called Chris, and the truck gonna be ready. I know I read it to you. Oh, it's ready now. He can go pick it up now. No, I told him he can go over there and pick it up. You can just check him out there. At 7190 at my location. Yep, Chris know. I told him what's going on, so all you got to do is check him out, and then just tell him to go over there and pick it up, and then I'm gonna get another truck for him tomorrow. All right. Crazy people, man.
Yeah, I dislocated my knee.
You ain't do crap.
Totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack him here. Big Ben and the Steelers with a 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line. Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. Over the middle, it's caught by Rodgers. And able to rip off a big chunk of yardage before being dropped inside the 40. That one goes for 36 yards. On 1st and 10, it's Roethlisberger. He's going deep for Brown. That's going to be caught. And they will eventually get him down, but he's inside the 5 all the way to the 3. And that one results in 35 yards. They come out 5 wide, 3 of them to the right side. Out of the gun, it's Roethlisberger. And it's caught. It's Brown.
Hello. 9266909, something like that, I believe. You should see it on the non-rail coming in.
Okay, thank you.
Okay, bye.
Steelers. Antonio Brown from 3 yards out. And the Steelers have now made this a 1-score game. Boswell good with the extra point. And now things get a bit more interesting here in this 4th quarter. So just a 3-point game now as they send this one away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. So out come the Cowboys now as their offense gets set to take over. A little less than 4 minutes remaining, and the margin for error is small with this slim lead. Operate within your 4-minute offense here, Charles?
Definitely. Remember, the 4-minute offense doesn't always correspond to what's up on the clock. What they need to do is play a little bit of keep away right now. Run the clock down. Make sure their opponent doesn't get the ball back. Their dream scenario, get enough first downs and make them eat up their timeouts so the game ends when you're kneeling down with the football.
After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11. Prescott now on 2nd down. This one caught left side by Cooper. 4 yards on the completion, and it sets up a 3rd down.
Many teams, as soon as they spot man defense, if they haven't called a hitch, they'll get to it as fast as they can. They want to put the ball in the hands of one of their best playmakers and hope that he can break a tackle on the outside and go for big yardage.
A desync has occurred. Man,
Standing, look in the mirror, how could you face that? Mask on, don't even know where my face at. Plenty, don't even know where waste at. All these in the room, how could you waste that? Huh? Why would you chase that? It's a never-ending run on this racetrack. No matter what, I'ma stay black. It's a never-ending end it run on this racetrack. Need more jewelry, what I tell myself as I'm writing my eulogy. Ask the mirror, how you put up with this foolery? It reply, how you put up with this song and dance, soulless buffoonery. Long romance, death, what it do to me? Yamagini dream was a nightmare. He was dancing with the devil for his life, yeah. We all on the dance floor. Girl, come with a dance. Puerto Rican in the breathing heavy. Little had my looking daddy. Couldn't tell him nothing cause we lost him already. Cozy boy with his spaghetti. With the money and fame, the price come heavy. The price come heavy. Like Shaq attack up on a backboard. Coming back up on a backboard. When she asked me if I love her, I just act bored. Say loser, ask for it. Living movie, blockbuster, this ain't a rental. Talking moody, all these diamonds up in my dental. I get never minded if I offend you. I need the silence, chaos is in my mental. You need a PJ first class, not what you went to. You need the relay, chase money like you sane. How I give you the boat chain and plane. Fame name, that's insane. Private. You need a in case the movies get insane. You need a ruby, the kind of jewelry that's from the rain. I'm just here to remind you, but never mind me, man. I'm here to remind you where you come from. All this peace with street is lame done. You can never get rid of me, I'll avenge you. Both of our five offend you.
It's one of them ones, man. You just in the car, man. It's like when you in the car, you just think about everything, man. Definitely when you by yourself and you just cruising on the highway, man. Yeah, this got me thinking.
I didn't.
On that cap, swerving through traffic, listening to traffic. My windows ain't tinted, so notice me. 4 braids, Yankee fitted, yeah, know it's me. I'm everywhere comfortable, but I'm still attentive. A young with money will make offended. I ain't flashy, I'm classy, but I ain't stupid either. Never show up to that's hungry and eager. My brother's keeper, I'm loyal, it's all in my demeanor. A true believer, I believe when they didn't believe her. That's why I don't let opinions affect me. I do what I want to do. If they do or they don't accept me, they expect me to give up. I almost did. Things went from moving faster, slow motion. I was losing focus, stuck on that. It was smooth on the surface, but underneath it was broken. Hoping to find hope in this hopeless world we live in. What you give is what you given. Gotta make wise decisions. Gotta stay tunnel vision. Gotta avoid collision. Keep scratching the surface and keep your palms itching. Gotta pay moms a visit. It's been a while. I've been working, she keep telling me she miss her child. I find myself passing the house, then I spin around. She say I'm always moving, ma, I just can't sit around. Oh my, cause the cash ain't gonna come to us. When we was down, who gave a dime or gave a for us? So instead of making it hard, I made it fun for us. Make it easy, so when you need it, you just run to us. But it's a lot of pressure, I'm trying to stick and move through this. Fixing these bumps on the road so I can just cruise to this. Living my life on the road, I'm trying to get used to this. And when they throw dirt, I just act like a broom to this. Trying to stay true to this. Even when they lie on me. World on my shoulders, my girl can't even cry on me. God watching over me, the devil probably spy on me. I've been going through some. Kenneth, keep an eye on me. I know it's been a drought, but to my fans, don't go dry on me. If you want a picture, take a picture, don't get shy on me. I'm here to inspire. I admire that you admire me. I've been in the dark, but I promise you'll see a bright of me. I'm sorry. To all my supporters, man. I love y'all. I just want to say thank you for supporting me since day one. These don't want to see me win, man. I don't know why, but we gonna win anyway. Came straight out the with a microphone. Boy, I swear I couldn't leave that mic alone. Everybody clear the room, I like to write alone. I'm in my zone, bass bouncing off the styrofoam. I'm never in between, I'm either hot or cold. Can't be a loser, I maneuver like I got a clone. I'm out here in these streets like I ain't got a home. And you barely hear from me like I ain't got a phone. Because there's no days off, there's no days off. I know it sounds painful, but it pays off. Social sites was distracting, so I stayed off. Spoke to God that me and Satan had a face off. I swear my life was like a rocket, then it takes off. First I plotted, then I got it, couldn't wait long. I put the pedal to the metal, then took the brakes off. And I kept it A1 like the steak sauce. My paychecks used to be a pair of Jordans, and I know I can't afford them, but I went ahead and bought them. Then I quit, started spent my money on recording. Yeah, the studio was small, but man, that made me a fortune. Made me a fortune, man. Trying to stop me. Y'all can't stop me. This is forever. Forever, man. I mean that.
Look, I defeated my fears, soaked a towel in my tears. So ahead of my time, what comes next are all my oldest ideas. I'm wiser than my chin check y'all in y'all beard. I'm willing to father my peers, all of my peers for all of my years. Out in the field, take a look at my shoes. Never had a thought that it might lose. Considering the cost, had to give them my dues. Never got a talk to it like you. I've been feeling like a king for months. We eat all the rich cuisine for lunch. All these wishing he was done. Oh, you tried it, that's a piece of gum. Now, look at me, I'm the captain now. I'm recruiting this year. I be praying for y'all while I'm praying for y'all. Like a line of views in this deer. I hate to do no plans. Now I usually get near. Oh, my ex are her man. Cause I'm the mutant in here. We look good to show us where the camera. Years ago, I had to up my standards. Make your miss in Alabama. Turn it to my only private. Swear like she don't got the answers. Who's the boss? I feel like Tony Danza. Walk up in there like I got the swag. Wakanda swagger, I'm the blackest panther. Wakanda, y'all are wasting your time. I spend it, but I ain't wasting a dime. Might do some favors, but I ain't breaking my spine. Your girl has been calling for days. I get calling for days. And the world is parades. Yeah, we like, none of my people are patient. We look like we on a vacation. Get no invitation. Y'all all with it and y'all talk a lot, but y'all ain't got the heart to do the mission. I'm hard-headed like the juggernaut, but there ain't nothing I can do to listen. I'm authentic and I walk around like I just ate, but let you do the dishes. I'm Clark Kent, but mix of Autobots and mix with everything that you've been missing. Please get back and don't get that involved. Freaking sick, I need a padded walls. I'm the king, heavy crown, heavy rain, cat and dogs. Homie with me if you asking for it. There ain't much that he be asking for. He just wanna have a paddock on with a watch face with little dragon balls. Look, you don't need me either. All I need is this. Don't coca ice, and I get oh so polite. You be the man of your city, I'll be the man of my country. You could be the man of your city, I'ma be the man of my country. Your girl has been calling for days. I get it in all different ways. The world is parades, yeah, we like. None of my people are patient. We look like we on a vacation. On invitation, yeah, we like. Your girl has been calling for days. I get it in all different ways. Yeah, I'm like, none of my patient. We look like we on a vacation.
EA Sports coverage of the NFL takes us to the architectural wonder that is the Mercedes-Benz Stadium in downtown Atlanta. We thought the old place was loud. Somehow this place got even louder a short time ago as the Falcons were introduced to this sellout crowd. We're set to go as the Falcons get ready to match up with the Kansas City Chiefs. Now Ryan. on first down. And he's taken down. A Chiefs sack. Allen Bailey in there to bury him for a loss of 11. That's called setting the tone right away.
It certainly is, and it lets you know just how important communication is amongst the offensive line. They talk about it all the time, knowing each other's moves. You've got to be coordinated and in sync. Otherwise, your quarterback gets hit.
A second down pass play there, but it's incomplete. And the hit jarred it loose. It's incomplete. And I don't think this is the script they had in mind for their opening drive. This is 3rd and long. Now Ryan. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
And 3rd down is a key down in any game you play. And 3rd down defense, something we've got to watch in this one. Got to be effective on the passing downs. That's a pretty good first step right there.
And take it right on the 30. Great blocking, nearly sprung him there. 28-yard return. And the Chiefs will have excellent field position here as they take over. Some good tackling there as he stopped up at about the 41. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play. I like the idea to mix it up from time to time because, let's face it, you can't be predictable. But the execution was a little lacking on this one, right? They might want to go back to the drawing board with that call.
Now this time Mahomes will throw. And going deep for Hill. And he couldn't hang on to it through the contact. Incomplete. You can tell they were hoping for a flag there offensively. Several on the sideline motioning. Hey, why not a penalty? Why not a penalty? What did you see?
Yeah, I think you've got to let them play, and the officials are instructed. If there's contact coming from both sides, no flag. Let them fight it out.
And forces 4th down. Mahomes throwing on 4th. And my goodness, this is incomplete. Boy, it looked like he had it and dropped it. And the Falcons defense stands tall. They'll get the football back. For the Falcons, Charles, we talked all year about the injuries that they had in 2018, and you kind of touched on it earlier, too. It's hard to get around them, though, when you look back at this past year. So they go to 7-9, and I know that that's not what they wanted, but with all the injuries, is that okay?
It would be if you didn't think you were going to the Super Bowl. You know, if you didn't think you had a chance at that, and they did going into the season. But when you lose your starting safeties in Ricardo Allen and Keanu Neal, your middle linebacker Deion Jones for a long stretch of time, you end up starting 1-4. Then in the second half of the season, you have a 5-game losing streak. 7-9 is actually better than I thought that they were finishing because of those 2 long losing streaks.
They get 5 out of that one, and it moves the chains. This is Freeman on 1st and 10. And able to push his way forward here for a good little gain. The pass rush specialist, D. Ford, in on the stop.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
The former Indiana Hoosier here, Tevin Coleman. And he'll go down at the 28. Call it a gain of 7, and it gets him a new set of downs.
That's a good, nice, crisp run for a first down. I wonder if the defense might have been loosened up a little bit, maybe anticipating a pass instead of the run that they got.
Now Ryan going to give it to Freeman. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. A nice pickup there of 11 yards, and it'll move the sticks. Getting the sense, Charles, are going to put a big emphasis this afternoon on the run game.
And why not? What we're seeing so far is working pretty well from them. And here's the best part. We always talk about the best performers do their job when the lights come on. I think he likes natural light best.
And he's going to fight his way forward here for a modest gain. He'll get a nice chunk there on the first down run, and it's 2nd and 4.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
On 2nd down, Freeman. And he'll fight his way down inside the 10 to the 9-yard line. And he got half of what he needed there, 2 yards, and it'll bring up a 3rd and 2 more. Now the pitch to Freeman. And he'll be taken down as that will take us to the end of the first quarter of play. They'll run here with Freeman. And that'll move him a little closer as he takes it from the 7 down to the 4-yard line.
Vision is so important for the man in the middle because his ability to look through all the clutter that's happening in front of him, diagnose a play, and then go make it and finish it, that's when the great ones know that they have the goods.
They'll give it to him up the middle, and he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. It'll go as a loss of a yard, and it'll set up 3rd down. 2 straight shots on the ground. Now on 3rd, do you go to the air? This is caught. It's Sanu this time for a Falcon touchdown. Mohamed Sanu, a 5-yard touchdown. Oh, it's a fake. They'll try and throw for it. And the Falcons are in for 6. And he is into the end zone to bump the lead up 2 more. Here's Bosher to kick it away. That's fielded in the end zone. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line. For the Chiefs, Charles, looking back to last year in summation, 12-4, first time as the #1 seed in the AFC since the mid-90s, 1995. And, yeah, there was a lot of disappointment, understandably so, after that loss to New England. But it's like we were talking about with Patrick Mahomes, a lot to be proud of.
It certainly is. And just think about your chief weapons coming.
It's caught at the 10. And all the way in for a Kansas City touchdown. Tyreek Hill, 71 yards. And the Chiefs are a 2-point conversion away from tying this thing up. Oh, it's a fake. They'll try and throw for it. And that is incomplete.
Let me go ahead and show my age a little bit. I liked it when they would fake it from the 3-yard line, right? When you'd line up, go ahead and, oh, there's a fake, and he's going to get 2. That's great. But from the 15, the risk-reward, it's just not there.
It's so risky to get 15 yards on a fake. Well, you see the result right there.
Yeah, I know these young whippersnappers are trying to do different things in this game, but still back there reliable. Kick the ball through the post.
Get off my lawn.
That's darn right.
Now the Falcons offense gets ready to head back onto the field. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
No gain on the play there, 2nd down. Well, at least he was able to break that initial contact, or it could have been a loss.
Yeah, give credit to the defensive player, though. What did he do? Made him slow down, slow up his feet, and allowed the rest of the guys to get there to finish him off.
Ryan on the handoff. It's Freeman. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play there, so that doesn't help. Now they're looking up at a 3rd and 9 situation. The Falcons on 3rd down. They've been okay, 2 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 9. Here's Ryan to throw. Caught on the right side by Jones. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. First catch so far for Julio. He's got a 1st down. And that's the connection, Ryan to Jones, that this defense obviously has to key in on.
It certainly feels like they got the party started with that one, doesn't it? And when those two get in sync, it just scares the heck out of defenses because he can hit Julio Jones in a short zone, and he can take it the whole way.
And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. A handoff, Devontae Freeman. And a little spin cycle, room to run now. And he's got this down almost to the 20 before he's dropped. A minute 57 to go in this first half.
Let's go.
We're back to Atlanta right after this timeout. Throwing now, Ryan on 1st down. Getting it out left side to Sanu. And they'll bring him down at the 13-yard line. Give him 9 there on the 1st down completion. This drive, it's been a good mix. 3 passing plays, 3 runs, hitting on all 3 of those passes, and the last one putting him in the red zone.
So wouldn't you think play action right here? Because you've got the ability and had the ability to run it and throw it. Go play action and take your shot at the end zone.
And he'll get it here to the 10-yard line. It's a 3-yard pickup, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
Now that's the way to do it. Hand it to someone with vision and good footwork, and add in a little bit of power, and you find a way to pick up 1st downs.
On 1st down, Ryan. That is caught at the 7-yard line. And he is into the end zone for a Falcon touchdown. Austin Hooper from 10 yards out. And the Falcons will add on to their lead. And it's no good. No, he misses the extra point, and our score stays right where it is. Here's Bosher to kick it away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. Here's the Kansas City offense now as they get set to take over. They go play action here on 1st down. Pressure brought in, and the Falcons get there for the sack. Bruce Irvin. The Chiefs will use the first of their timeouts. So as they take it over, we step aside. Got to assume this defense will be charging again here. It's 2nd and 15. Here's Mahomes to throw. And he's got his receiver. That's Sammy Watkins. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. And give him a gain of 37.
We just saw him hit a big play there on a deep post. And most of the time, the post isn't available because usually you have defenders in the middle of the field. But if you throw enough curls and crossing routes and under...
This is caught by Hill for a Chiefs touchdown. Tyreek Hill, 2 catches, 2 touchdowns here so far. And the Chiefs are a 2-point conversion away from tying this thing up. Now Mahomes to the line as the Chiefs are going to go for the 2-point try. Shotgun snap to Mahomes. Incomplete. So now, Charles, 2 touchdowns, 2 tries at 2-point conversions, and both fail.
And you want to say, let's go ahead and run the kicker out there from now on. But the problem is you're chasing points at this stage. So now you got to dial up more 2-point conversions and hope you're successful from here on out.
And a nice return sets him up pretty good here at the 30-yard line. Here comes the Falcon offense now as they get set to take over here. And we'll see how this is played. Offensively, they've got the lead. Not a whole lot of time left. What do you think, Charles?
Well, it's tempting to try and add to your lead. But a mistake there, that can change things in a big way. I say go ahead, take the knee, get on out for the half.
A really good pickup of 28 yards. A great job pulling that one in from a guy, as we know, who can really blaze. He's got a lot of speed.
And that speed can work for him.
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. And before this 2nd down play, we'll get a whistle, a signal, and a timeout. As they'll stop it with 17 seconds to go in this first half of action. Got to imagine the pass rush will be equally intense here on second down following the sack. It's 2nd and 18. Now Ryan. And incomplete. He tried to leave it underneath. Nearly got picked. They may be lucky to have that one back. 3rd down. The Falcons on 3rd down. They've been good. 3 for 4 thus far. This will be a tough 3rd and 18. Out of the gun, it's Ryan. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back. Complete. Now a timeout. 7 seconds left in the first half. And now a long one for Matt Bryant. He's hit from 62 in his career, but that was all the way back in 2006. And this will be spotted on the other side of the field. It's a 61-yard attempt. And off the crossbar, no good. A sensational effort from that distance, but rejected by the bar. And this score will stay right where it is. Final shot before the half from Mahomes. Going deep here for Watkins. And this is caught by Watkins. Touchdown, Kansas City. Sammy Watkins as time expires in the first half. And the Chiefs are in for 6. So 2 quarters down, 2 remain. Charles. And okay, so much for our halftime break. Apparently we're going to get right back to it. Here's Bosher to kick it away. This will be fielded on the back line of the end zone. Oh, look at that. Oh, and now he bowls it over. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here at the 30-yard line. Here comes the Chiefs offensive unit as they'll have it to begin quarter number 3. They have the lead. Now they'll be looking for some separation here as we begin the 3rd quarter.
I like the way you term that because now I think they go a little bit deeper into their playbook. They like what they did in the first half. That worked okay. But in order to get the separation that you just talked about, change things up a little bit. Change your tendencies and try and hit them a little bit more with some things they didn't see in the first half.
We'll see if they do just that. Call it a gain of 4 on first, and that'll make it 2nd down.
When we see those runs to the perimeter, when we see those runs to the edge, we think about big breakers, don't we? In this case, it was a modest gain, but it does open up possibilities here on 2nd down.
Now this time he'll look to throw. And Hill with it over the middle. And able to rip off a big chunk of yardage before being dropped inside the 40. A really good pickup of 28 yards. Throwing on first down is Mahomes. Over the middle, he's got Watkins. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. And a nice gain of 21 yards. Operating from the red zone now, Mahomes. And this is caught by Watkins for a Kansas City touchdown. Sammy Watkins, his 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. And the Chiefs are able to grow their lead. And it's no good. It has not been his day. That's the 2nd extra point he's missed so far. Butker now to kick this one away. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And he'll get it up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. Here comes the Falcons offense. It's their first possession of the 2nd half now. And the last go-around for them, they tried that really, really long field goal, couldn't connect.
And in retrospect, I think a lot of people would say, well, why would you try one that long? You hurt yourself in field position. The ball comes out, there. That only helps the other team. But I look at it as maybe it's a double shot of confidence. Confident the kicker could make it. And even if he missed, confident in their defense that they could hold him.
A really good pickup of 28 yards. From midfield now, here's Ryan. On the crossing route, complete. It's Jones. And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. That will good for 16, and the drive will continue. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. On 1st and 10, it's Ryan. Incomplete.
And that's one he's got to be happy to have back. There wasn't a hole open in the zone.
You'd have to think on early downs like that first down there, need to be a little bit more careful.
Yeah, fortunately for him, got a couple more downs to play with.
From the 34, they'll come to the line on 2nd and 10. Here's Ryan. The left side completion to Jones. And he's brought down after a very nice gain. An excellent pickup of 34 yards.
There will always be a place for methodically marching the ball downfield. But when you can pick it up in big chunks and strike like that and have explosive plays, that's all.
This is caught. It's Sanu this time for a Falcon touchdown. Mohamed Sanu with his 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. And the Falcons draw a bit closer. They'll try and run with Freeman. And he's not going to get in as a try for 2 comes up empty. So they will be unable to cut this to a field goal as the differential remains 5. Here's Bosher to kick it away. The Chiefs offense now making their way back onto the field. We have seen a lot of points here in this quarter. For us up here in the booth, it's been fun to watch. The defensive coordinators probably scratching their heads.
Yeah, they're going a little bit crazy right now. But let's face it, all of our friends who play fantasy, they're enjoying the heck out of this show because most of them are creating and getting a bunch of points.
Yeah, points certainly not at a premium here. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's 2nd down. A 3-yard loss to start the drive. They'll look to make that up and then some on 2nd and 13. And he spins past him and into space. 9 good yards there on the run, and now 3rd down.
Well, there's something we haven't seen much of in this game, a really nice run. Do they decide to come back with it, or was that just a little flash, and maybe they continue to try and throw the ball?
From the gun on 3rd down, Mahomes. He is going to find Hill here. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. That'll put him over 150 yards receiving now. Quite a ball game and a 1st down. To throw, it's Mahomes. And he checks this one down to Williams. And he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. And a nice gain of 21 yards. And with that last play, he's now up over that 300-yard mark.
And in today's NFL, it almost feels...
And the Falcons get there. The Falcons get the sack. Down he goes.
Now, we talk about players blitzing all the time. I often laugh and sometimes call it just straight-ahead pursuit. What a running start right back to the backfield for him.
Yeah, it really didn't give anybody a chance to get up there and stop him.
No, I mean, that's really, really difficult. You're asking a whole lot anyway, but when he gets that kind of a start and comes through clean, oftentimes the advantage definitely goes to the defensive player.
And incomplete there. A nice hit. Jars the ball free and brings up 3rd down.
The beauty of being able to play a zone defense when you can sit back and see the ball coming out of the quarterback's hands, Guess what? Creates a lot of confusion, kind of a muddle in the middle of the field where you can go make a play on the football.
And now maybe they want some extra time to talk about this third and long play as we'll get a timeout. And as the two teams talk it over on their respective sidelines, we take a break. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down. Now here's Mahomes. And that would not to be. It's incomplete. So they couldn't hook up as time as they... And here's a big one now. Trying to hold this lead. They're going to go for it here on fourth down. They'll go for it. It's Mahomes. And look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. Picked off by Brian Poole. And he'll take it across midfield to the 46-yard line. He was looking for Watkins that time. Their passing game has been spectacular this afternoon. Finally, a win for the defense.
You think maybe there was an adjustment there. Finally gained a measure of, I don't even know if you call it revenge, but got a play done against him, and that's been difficult for them all game long.
Meanwhile, they take a shot to start the drive, but this is going to wind up incomplete.
Trying to erase that deficit all at once. One big shot. He took it. Unfortunately for him, incomplete.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll get this down only to about the 46. The Georgia native, former Bulldog, Justin Houston, in on the stop.
But we just saw a great example of what we talked about with his coach prior to the game. He's definitely one of the better linebackers at reading a play and flowing to make the stop before it turns into something big.
And he's got Sanu. And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. Ryan to Sanu, good for an Atlanta first down. Tell you what, he's been able to put the ball in some tight spots all game long. That throw, no different.
Yeah, a lot of people would call it a gutsy type of a throw. I think he looks at it as, I can do it, so it's not that big of a deal to me. I'm going to keep firing.
And he will reach the 8-yard line before going out. That one goes for 24 yards. And he's certainly been a huge factor in this when he's got the 2 touchdowns to his credit. Now they look to him again. He picks up the first.
Yeah, I can hear everyone saying, well, why don't you cover him, double him, triple him, do what you have to do. But sometimes they get locked into such a groove and such a connection, it doesn't matter how many guys are in his area.
He certainly looks to be in that groove right now. Only a yard that time, second and goal. Defensively, pretty good start there with their backs against the wall.
That's a win for the stop troops right there. And if I'm them, I get a little bolder now. They won the first battle. Keep coming after them. Put the pressure on them.
Now Ryan on second down. And that is caught. Touchdown, Falcons. Matt Ryan connecting on his 4th touchdown pass of the ball game. And the Falcons have taken the lead here in the 4th. So from 3 scores down, these guys have fought all the way back to grab the lead. And I'll just tell people what happened when they went up 3 scores. I wrote onto your paper 2 words, game over, and now I'm eating those words. I was wrong.
A little salt, a little pepper, goes down pretty easily.
I will admit when I make a mistake.
Well, it looked like it was going that way. This is one of those paging Frank Reich moments, and I can't believe I just brought that up, because Frank Reich at Maryland in college did it to my Tennessee Volunteers, and that was a big reason why my team lost.
Sounds like you still harbor some pain from that. And he's got daylight. It's a foot race.
All right, let's give credit where credit is due. How about that return? Great blocking, great vision, all the way down to the 2-yard line. The only person who has to be upset, the guy who didn't get it into the end zone. That far and no reward?
Extra point splits the uprights, and the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. After the field goal, here's Butker to kick it away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. Now the Falcons offense, they get ready to head back out here. And things are starting to move in the right direction. They get the touchdown last drive, then their defense gets them the football back.
Yeah, now they have a chance to get the lead if they can put something together here. And I'm eager to see how they decide to do it. They want to be methodical, or they want to take the big strike and go after it right now.
And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. Well, right off the bat, it's a first down to start the drive, 12 yards.
We'll definitely see some open running lanes, and he's taking advantage of it right now, but that shouldn't be a surprise. Defense has the lead. They're playing for the pass first.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Now contact up front as penalty markers come in. Who is this against? He moved from your former position senior year, strong safety.
Yeah, sometimes they get you up near the line of scrimmage, or you're trying to time up a blitz. You've got to get it right, otherwise that flag comes out and you just cost your team some yardage.
They will run again with Coleman, and he'll lose yardage here, back at the 41. It's a loss of a yard there, and now 2nd down.
It's a tough one right there. He ran right into the teeth of the blitz as the linebacker was freed up in order to stuff that one for a loss. I think quarterbacks got to see that. Got to find a way to audible into something a little more advantageous.
Ryan going to give to Freeman on the draw. Devontae Freeman, they're not going to get him. And they'll work this down to the 40-yard line, tackled there. That good for 19 and a first down.
Another carry for their leader and a good one. It's crunch time. They'll need him to continue to be productive in both the run and passing game in order for them to try and snatch a victory.
Now a signal and a timeout here on the defensive side of the ball. So they want to stop it with 1 second to go prior to the 2-minute warning. And it looks like this will be the last play before the 2-minute warning. Freeman again, a first down carry. And able to push his way forward here for a good little gain. Time for a break. We'll come back for the electrifying conclusion after this. Now Freeman, he's been busy today. And a short gain down to about the 33. 3 yards is half of what they needed. Now can they get the other 3 here on 3rd down?
I like the call there because that was one to take time off the clock and get them closer to getting out of here with a W. In the mind of the play caller, all you want to hear is tick, tick, tick.
On 3rd down, Devontae Freeman. So he got free of 1 tackle but couldn't do a whole lot else. The ball still a few inches shy of the marker after the 3-yard run, so now a little soul-searching on 4th down. Down 4 late, got to go for it here on 4th down. Ryan keeps it on the sneak. And he'll be touched down here, but not before he does pick up the first. They keep the game alive, at least for the moment, as it's a first down. All runs on this drive so far. It's 1st and 10. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he went backwards. He'll be down at the 30. That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be second down.
Partner, they're clearly saving those timeouts, but they still have to work with some urgency to put themselves in the right position.
Back to throw. They'll set up the screen for Freeman. And he will lose yardage here to the 31-yard line. That'll be a loss of a yard, and it leads to a third down. They still got 2 timeouts. Got to start using them, don't they?
You absolutely have to. You save them for this situation, but you have to use them.
It's caught. Jones. And down he goes, taking it inside the 10, just shy of the 5 at the 6. They're able to convert on third down, and that sets up a first and goal. He'll look to throw. Incomplete, and we're down to 8 seconds now. This defense has watched their lead dwindle away. This is where they really need to bow up. They executed well there.
And it's often hard after you've played really well early and then you kind of relax a little bit to step on the gas again. They just did it on the last play. Looks like they want to finish this one off.
Back to throw. Throw right side, caught by Ridley. And he'll take it into the end zone. Touchdown, Atlanta. Calvin Ridley with 4 seconds remaining. And the Falcons have taken the lead here in the 4th. This time, the extra point up and good. And it would appear, barring some late heroics, they're going to get out of here with a come-from-behind victory. Here's Bosher to kick it away. Very short kick. This will be taken by one of the up men. And now here comes Kansas City. Look at the clock. Everyone knows the situation. Probably time here for one final play.
And we know what that play is going to be. It's got to be some sort of Hail Mary, throwing it towards the end zone and hoping someone can catch it or catch it off of a tip. Think back to 2015. Didn't we see Green Bay pull that off twice in the season? Once in the regular season, once in the playoffs. So strength.
It's caught at the 10. And all the way down to the 5. Well, going into the final play.
Standing, look in the mirror, how could you face that? Mask on, don't even know where my face at. Plenty, don't even know where waste at. All these in the room, how could you waste that? Huh? Why would you chase that? It's a never-ending run on this racetrack. No matter what, I'ma stay black. It's a never-ending run on this racetrack. Need more jewelry. What I tell myself as I'm writing my eulogy. Ask the mirror, how you put up with this foolery? It reply, how you put up with this song and dance, soulless buffoonery. Long romance, death, what it do to me? Yamagini dream was a nightmare. He was dancing with the devil for his life, yeah. We all on the dance floor. Girl, come with a dance. Puerto Rican in the breathing heavy. Little had my looking daddy. Couldn't tell him nothing cause we lost him already. Cozy boy with his spaghetti. With the money and fame, the price come heavy. The price come heavy. Like Shaq attack up on a backboard. Gummy, back up on a backboard. When she asked me if I love her, I just act bored. Say loser, ask for it. Living movie, blockbuster, this ain't a rental. Talking moody, all these diamonds up in my dental. I get never minded if I offend you. I need the silence, chaos is in my mental. You need a PJ first class, not what you went to. You need to relay, chase money like you sane. How I give you the boat chain and plane. Fame name, that's insane. Pop up. You need a in case the movies get insane. insane. You need a ruby, the kind of jewelry that's from the rain. I'm just here to remind you, but never mommy, man. I'm here to remind you where you come from. All this peace retreat is lame done. You can never get rid of me, I live in you. Both of our fire offend you.
Look, I defeated my fears, soaked the towel of my tears. So ahead of my time, what comes next are all my oldest ideas. I'm wiser than my chin check y'all in y'all beard. I'm willing to father my peers, all of my peers for all of my years. Out in the field, take a look at my shoes. Never had a thought that it might lose. Considering the cost, I had to give them my dues. Never got a talk to it like you. I've been feeling like a king for months. We eat all the rich cuisine for lunch. All these wishing he was done. Oh, you tried it, that's a piece of gum. Now, look at me, I'm the captain now. I'm recruiting this year. I be praying for y'all while I'm praying for y'all. Like a line abusing this deer. I hate to do with no plans. Now I usually get near. Oh, my ex are her man. Cause I'm the mutant in here. We look good, just show us where the camera. Years ago, I had to up my standards. Make your missus Alabama. Turn it to my only private. Swear like she don't got the answers. Who's the boss? I feel like Tony Danza. Walk up in there like I got the swag. What kind of swagger? I'm the blackest panther. Wakanda. Y'all are wasting your time. I spend it, but I ain't wasting a dime. Might do some favors, but I ain't breaking my spine. Your girl has been calling for days. I get in all different ways. That New Orleans parades. Yeah, we like, none of my people are patient. We live like we on a vacation. Get no invitation. Y'all all with it and y'all talk a lot, but y'all ain't got the heart to do the mission. I'm hard-headed like the juggernaut, but there ain't nothing I can do to listen. I'm authentic and I walk around like I just ate, but let you do the dishes. I'm Clark Kent, but mix the Autobots and mix with everything that you've been missing. Please get back and don't get that involved. Freaking sick, I need a pad of walls. I'm the king, heavy crown, heavy rain, cat and dogs. Homie with me if you're asking for it. There ain't much that he be asking for. He just wanna have a paddock on with a watch face with little dragon balls. More, look, you don't need me either. All I need is this. No coca ice, and I get oh so polite. You be the man of your city, I'll be the man of my country. You could be the man of your city, I'ma be the man of my country. Your girl has been calling for days. I get it in all different ways. New Orleans parades, yeah, we like. None of my people are patient. We look like we on a vacation. Get no invitation, yeah, we like. Your girl has been calling for days. I get it in all different ways. Yeah, I'm like, none of my patient. We look like we on a vacation.
It's one of them ones, man. You just in the car, man. It's like when you in the car, you just think about everything, man. Definitely when you by yourself and you just cruising on the highway, man. Yeah, this got me thinking. On that cap, swerving through traffic, listening to trap. My windows ain't tinted, so notice me. 4 braids, Yankee fitted, yeah, know it's me. I'm everywhere comfortable, but I'm still attentive. A young with money will make offended. I ain't flashy, I'm classy, but I ain't stupid either. Never show up to that's hungry and eager. My brother's keeper, I'm loyal, it's all in my demeanor. A true believer, I believe when they didn't believe her. That's why I don't let opinions affect me. I do what I want to do. If they do or they don't accept me, they expect me to give up. I almost did. Things went from moving faster, slow motion. I was losing focus, stuck on that. It was smooth on the surface, but underneath it was broken. Hoping to find hope in this hopeless world we live in. What you give is what you given. Gotta make wise decisions. Gotta stay tunnel vision. Gotta avoid collision. Keep scratching the surface and keep your palms itching. Gotta pay moms a visit. It's been a while. I've been working, she keep telling me she miss her child. I find myself passing the house, then I spin around. She say I'm always moving, ma, I just can't sit around. Oh my, cause the cash ain't gon' come to us. When we was down, who gave a dime or gave a for us? So instead of making it hard, I made it fun for us. Make it easy, so when you need it, you just run to us. But it's a lot of pressure, I'm trying to stick and move through this. Fixing these bumps on the road so I can just cruise to this. Living my life on the road, I'm trying to get used to this. And when they throw dirt, I just act like a broom to this. Trying to stay true to this, even when they lie on me. World on my shoulders, my girl can't even cry on me. God watching over me, the devil probably spy on me. I've been going through some, Kenneth keep an eye on me. I know it's been a drought, but to my fans, don't go dry on me. If you want a picture, take a picture, don't get shy on me. I'm here to inspire, I admire that you admire me. I've been in the dark, but I promise you'll see a bright of me. I'm sorry to all my supporters, man. I love y'all. I just want to say thank you for supporting me since day one. These don't want to see me win, man. I don't know why, but we gonna win anyway. I came straight out the with a microphone. Boy, I swear I couldn't leave that mic alone. Everybody clear the room, I like to write alone. I'm in my zone, bass bouncing off the styrofoam. I'm never in between, I'm either hot or cold. Can't be a loser, I maneuver like I got a clone. I'm out here in these streets like I ain't got a home. And you barely hear from me like I ain't got a phone. Because there's no days off, there's no days off. I know it sounds a little painful, but it pays off. Social sites was distracting, so I stayed off. Spoke to God, then me and Satan had a face off. I swear my life was like a rocket, then it takes off. First I plotted, then I got it, couldn't wait long. I put the pedal to the metal, then took the brakes off. And I kept it A1 like the steak sauce. My paychecks used to be a pair of Jordans, and I know I can't afford them, but I went ahead and bought them. Then I quit, started, spent my money on recording. Yeah, the studio was small, but man, that made me a fortune. Made me a fortune, man. Trying to stop me. Y'all can't stop me. This is forever. Forever, man. I mean that.
Look at the cash coming in. Come get your man, Slim Booker bugging me. Just need a bag, quit all that jaw jackery. Don't even be that, I don't want none of it. It's bad about it, had enough of it. Whoa, watch what you saying, how that poppin' and shaking. Got is a laser, my posse dipping, I raiding. We act the fool for the paper. Had a dream and I made it. El Camino on Dayton's, bitches guess over bait. Put the bread on me. Bet on my bacon, big and flat in the bacon. I might just roll out today. I might just roll out to Vegas, head back to my old ways. Cop a roof for all day. Look at me, baby. Look at me, baby. Don't I look like a million? I'm about to clean out the safe. Don't I look like somebody that just be bodying everything? All that talking is great, but I don't be talking. I air it out. All the problems have gotten easy to bury. I'd rather kiss on my. I've been broke way longer than I've been rich, so until it levels out, I'ma take mama to the Marriott and took me so long to get it, gonna spread it out. Let them know all about me when I'm dead and gone. One in the hand, one in the bag, bubbling. One in the hand, one in the bag, bubbling. Look at the cash, bubbling. Look at the cash, bubbling. One in the hand, one in the hand, one in the hand, one in the bag, bubbling. Look at the cash, bubbling. Look at the cash, bubbling. I'm I'ma need all the fries you can give me, all the hot sauce, all the pie you can give me. Better be all or nothing, don't have me in the middle. You better be all you can, yeah. Super fly for the dumbos, plenty slides like a shuffle. Hit the cadence on my young Isaac Hayes, Billy Ocean, but the old with the cane stick. Let my slippers at the function. It's hard to run the Gucci slides. That bet you say you didn't never. I'm a stud, no Jackie Chan, no travel. Can't clean it with the beat. Dripping from the. No, Lord, not me. I can never be the one you wanna stuff for. Money, that machine. The fair gamma store. R.I.P. the times that I was broke. After life in 9/11, folks. Matte black, liquor clean. Dead presents in and I'm a local. Cooking up canard. Waiting for the antidote. Running out of time. Pictures thinner than a penny hoe.
Over here, empty your pockets. I don't do that. In my principle, you do what I tell you. Get over here. He's gonna get this.
One in the hand, one in the bag, bubbling. One in the hand, one in the bag, bubbling. Look at the cash, bubbling. Look at the cash, bubbling. One in the hand, one in the hand, one in the hand, one in the bag, bubbling. Look at the cash, bubbling. Look at the cash, bubbling.
My have an all white rank. Couldn't hit if it had ain't. Lanes can't call and you lame. You had it and you lost all the shine. I can buy a Billy, don't talk to me. For a show 150, don't talk to me. You ain't never helped your mans, don't talk to me. You just follow all the trends, don't talk to me. I set the bar, I'm the bar. Look in the sky, I'm a star. I don't fall in love cause I be loving. They ain't like my shirt, it's a large. I don't care, I crush a ghost. Got 2 cribs in 2 states, I be doing the most. I got white folks money that I won't blow. And if you ask why, cause the white folks don't. Big bank, tight, low bank.